Healing the wounds of the past will help your new connections. Hi, I'm Karina, your Lucid Living Coach, and I'm here to give you the new moon in Gemini report. The new moon in Gemini is happening this Thursday, June 6th, and it is conjunct Venus. But first, let me give you my announcement. This Sunday, June 9th, you're not going to want to miss the funny, famous TikTok Paint Your Partner day at William Welch Winery on Franklin Canyon Road. We're going to do it outside in the vineyards. It's going to be beautiful, fun, and funny. So bring your partner, your friend, or your pet to paint. If you don't have anything, you can bring a picture. If you don't want to do that, I'll instruct you on another painting. So it's $65 a person. If you and your partner's coming, it's $2 for $100. See you there, or be a square. That's right. I said what I said. Clean slate in relationships. We're having endings and beginnings, twin flame connections and unions right here. Why am I in this chair? Well, I'm in this chair because I want to be in this chair, and it's my new camping chair, and it's a hammock chair kind of, and it's really comfortable. So I'm doing it. I'm doing it big. Well, let's see what is happening. I'm going to give you the breakdown. The new moon is the 6th. We have Mars moving into Taurus out of Gemini, or no, I'm sorry, out of Aries. This is going to slow things down a bit because Mars in Aries is fast. It's quick to everything. It's quick to anger. And the thing is, it's been conjunct Chiron. So people have been feeling their wounds. They've been in their feels, okay? And it's been overwhelming, right? Because people are reactive when they're in their feels and they're all wounded and stuff. And that is probably what you're feeling and seeing all over the road, okay? You got road rage, you have irritable people snapping on each other and stuff like that. Well, that's finally going to pass. Mars is at 28 degrees right now, and it is off. It's moving further away from Chiron, so that's good. Then we have Venus entering in Cancer on June 16th. So everyone's going to be more, just really feeling like being home, hanging out with the family. And it slows things down a little bit because Venus and Gemini, let's be honest, people with Venus and Gemini, they can't sit the fuck still. Like they're constantly moving, they're constantly talking, they're constantly doing things or need to be mentally stimulated 24/7, which causes an eye twitch. So I have an eye twitch, because, I hang out with Venus and Cancer. Then we have Mercury entering Cancer on the 17th. And that's also going to slow down our mind a little bit. And then we have the summer solstice on June 20th. So let me pull up the new moon chart so y'all can see, because it's fun. And I know you guys like to see what I'm talking about. So, you're not just like, Karina's talking out of her ass. What the hell is she talking about? And I'm visual. I like to see things too. All right, so what we got? Well, first of all, you can see this new moon's at 16 degrees. In step astrology, 1 is the sun and 6 is Venus. And guess what? Venus is at 16 degrees too. What the heck? So Venus, this Venusian energy, this is about this new beginnings. See, they're all together. They're all together. It's a reset. Anything that conjuncts the sun is cazimi or like conjunct. It's like coming home, right? And it's a reset. So just look at where Libra is in your chart, what house it's ruling, and also Taurus. You're getting a reset. And this is a big focus too. Look at where Gemini is in your chart. You're going to be having a lot of action in wherever Gemini is in your chart. In this chart, if you're a rising Gemini, you have a lot that has is leaving the 12th house of the unconscious, maybe hidden enemies, stuff like that, moving through some hard things that you're trying to heal and move through, some unconscious things, some crazy dreams. And you're popping into this brand new beginning about, you know what? I'm going to leave this stuff behind and I'm going to reinvent myself. And I'm going to have a new look, new clothes, new haircut to go with the newness that I'm moving forward on becoming. I'm moving forward. What else do we see here? Oh, the 12th. So 1 in step astrology is the sun and 2 is the moon. And guess what? There's the sun and the moon. What? This is crazy. Even the degree points are agreeing with everything that's happening here. Then you have this, let's look at, you have this new moon squaring over to Saturn in Pisces. You have this new moon trining over to the south node in Libra. And you have Jupiter trining Pluto. So let's get into it. So first of all, Mars, let's just talk about the new moon. Okay, Mars. So Gemini new moon, Gemini is like if Mars in Aries married Venus in Taurus and they had children, twins. They're very alert, very active, very curious. 3, the number of fertility, reproduction, development is joined with beautiful air and intellect. This combination creates maximum mental activity, okay, and eye twitches, apparently. Rules commerce and business, okay, so new moons, right, is new beginnings. So this is a great time to start a new business and anything that has to do with a new project or a startup. Ideas will be flying. So keep your notebook and your voice recorder handy because as fast as these things are coming in, they're going to be going out. So you can forget very easily with this Gemini energy. Now, Gemini is the messenger between the worlds, the metaphysical world and the earth. It relays messages. And they are about the polarities. Androgynous is a very androgynous sign. Like males could be more feminine, females could be more masculine, and vice versa. And the polarities exist as self-conscious and subconscious, that inner polarities are anima and animus. So Venus feels the relationships between the opposites and also uses the intellect, Mercury, to logically understand the connection. So Venus rules the pair of opposites like the left and the right side of the body, like the left and right side of the brain. We have 2 lungs, we have 2 shoulders, you know, usually 2 arms, 2 hands. So Gemini rules the hands. So people that have a lot of Gemini energy, they talk with their hands. They work with their hands. They're busy with their hands. They're always doing something with their hands, staying busy. Now, Gemini, they're adaptable because this is an air. It's a mutable air sign. So mutable signs are the endings of a season. So this is ending of spring, and we're going to begin summer in Cancer season. So the ending or mutable energy is about change. So there's a lot of change. And for things to start brand new, before you have a new cycle, you have to have endings. And you have to clear those endings out. You need to clear the old out to invite the new in. So this is pertaining to relationships. We're clearing the old relationships out. So if they've ended, well, you got to move through it. You can't just sit in the old relationships, the old everything. You need to move forward. So you have to heal, you have to get therapy, or you have to work through your own stuff, maybe through art or journaling. Hi, Mimi. So that is what this new moon is about, moving through. And you know what? The inside degrees totally has a really good read. I like the Sabian symbol for this. Let me just tell you the Sabian symbol, and I'll read it after I'm done. A single sunflower wilting and dropping its seeds. Okay, so something needs to die in order to regrow. Just like, actually, I think that's how Joshua trees are. Like Joshua trees, they're old and it takes a long time for them to grow, but really they have to die in order to regrow again. I don't think they pollinate like normal things like that. It's like they have to die within the ground. All right, so the new moon is trying the South Node in Libra. Now, the South Node is about endings, enhances the potential for healing past wounds and traumas within relationships. So this is a really good time to move through these harder memories or wounds from the past and past relationships. Mars is finally moving away from Chiron, and I think that a lot of those things has already come up, those woundings, because Mars really drives it in hard and drives it in home. So, and it also suggests a harmonious flow of energy between emotional expression and past patterns related to relationships and partnerships. So this aspect encourages us to reflect on the past experiences in our social interactions. And this is helping us to better understand and integrate lessons learned from previous connections into our present emotional responses and communications. So because Gemini rules communications, we're communicating a lot. And sometimes we need to communicate in order to hear each other and to understand where the other person's coming from to create better relationships. There is no relationships between opposites if there's no relationship, if there's no communication. So there's got to be some communication, and that's Gemini. Now the new moon is also square over to Saturn in Pisces. Now the sun and the moon in Gemini is communication, relationships, and a square is an area of tension. And the tension is because while things are changing, like let's say in our relationships or our money is changing, the Saturn in Pisces, Saturn rules the limitations and the structures of the unconscious and the emotional type of healing. It restricts and depresses our feelings and and relationships. So it becomes more challenging for us to connect to other people in a meaningful way if our intuition and stuff is being restricted or limited. And it could feel like you're not being sensitive to other people's feelings, right? Or even our own feelings. And then that creates separation or sadness or loneliness or shame or guilt. We're reminded of these past relationship failures or losses or griefs. And this could really affect our self-esteem. And it could hold us back from sharing our feelings or our emotions. Now, Jupiter is trine over to Pluto, And Jupiter is a planet of expansion. It's conjunct Mercury, so we're communicating, we're talking, we're busy. Lots of busy bees. And the trine is an energy, a very harmonious energy flow to Pluto, which is in Aquarius. And Pluto is the transformation planet, transforming humanity and our future plans. This aspect suggests potential for profound growth and transformation, especially when it comes to expanding our understanding of deeper truth and philosophy and communication through the power of personal and social change. So we need to be all working together and communicating towards the same purpose or project, and with society and humanitarian efforts in mind. Jupiter in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius. There's an emphasis here on air, intellect, right? Communication, learning, innovative ideas. This aspect may indicate a time when you're able to effectively communicate transformative ideas and concepts to a broader audience, possibly leading to significant changes in our beliefs and perspectives on a collective level. So let me read the inside degrees and give us more of an idea here. So Gemini at 16 degrees, like I said, is a single sunflower wilting and dropping its seeds. The sun shines so bright that it compels all of us to empty ourselves out and bake in the sunlight, bake in the light and the warmth of spirit. We are transfixed by solar power and impelled to unite with our destiny, no matter how extravagant or unlikely that destiny proves to be. The momentum is pulsating with edges to track. In order to do so, you have to breathe into it and let go a whole lot. And then there you are, calling onwards. You can hear it. Everybody else can too. And so the spirit caller cracks through and brings futures alive in the light of the sun that never sets. So that is this inside degrees. And now let's pull some cards and see what spirit has to say. Okay, that's the most annoying part of this chair. I think, let me unshare this, stop sharing. Yeah, I think the worst part of this chair is it like folds forward. When I bend forward, like I wish it didn't do that. But yeah, that's gonna annoy me. I know at some point. I'm gonna get closer here. All right. All right, God, Spirit, Universe, New Moon in Gemini. Card, whoa. What was that? I'm so sad. I knew it was a good one. It like flipped. And then it was like, oh, there it is. No, really? That is not what I thought it was. Four of Wands. Rest our minds. Maybe our minds are just too busy. No, mine is. All right. Nothing else wants to come out in that deck. I'm going to pull up this other deck. It's the holographic deck. TikTok. I mean, Instagram got me. Come on. There it is. There it is. All of our hard work is paying off. Hard work pays off. You know, that's the Saturn influence on this. Just know, if you work hard for long enough, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it because that's just the laws of physics. Like Saturn, you put your energy into something and eventually it will pay off. And that is a promise from the universe. Achievement. Win the award or contract. All right. Yeah, so we are the apprentice right now. Geminis are the students. Sagittariuses are the teachers and the gurus. But before they were teachers and gurus, they had to be students. So we start here. And if we keep doing something over and over and over, we're going to get the payoff. Okay? Not doing the same over and over and getting a different result, because that's just insanity. This is about skill development and working hard towards something. So keep up the hard work and don't worry about things being perfect. Nothing is perfect. Okay? You just got to get out there and start it, because perfection will come with mastery, with continuous. Okay, so you got to fake it till you make it. Okay? So if you are out there and you've been wanting to start a business or a trade, you just got to do it. If you want to start a YouTube channel, you just got to put out your first video. The rest will come. You'll learn, you'll evolve with it. Then we have this, because Gemini season is so freaking crazy. We have to ground down. We have to meditate. We have to rest. We have to relax. It's all about the recoup. You got to rest to level up in the new world. So that's that. And you're going to get, oh my God. You want to pitch me in the back of the head again? Oh my God, please. Okay. I'm going to pick from these two oracle decks. First, I will do Alice in Wonderland. And then I will do the Animal Spirit. Now, there is a lot of relationships, not just romantic, but friendships that are coming to a close, coming to an end. Your karmic cycle for that relationship is over. There is also new people coming into our life, new groups, new associations, and we just have to figure out and ask ourselves what we learned from those connections that are no longer going to stay. And we also should, figure out which ones that you want to stay too, and work on those. Ooh, uncertainty. Choose who you will become. We're choosing. Yeah, choose who you want to become. Do you want to be that person that is stuck in the past? Oops. Do you want to be that person that lives in the past and is all depressed? Or do you want to be that person that moves forward, lives in the present, has peace? Or do you want to be so future forward that you never are happy because you're always attaining happiness for the future? And that's just that's anxiety-driven world. So I choose peace, living in the present. And it's always worked for me. The caterpillar and Alice looked at each other, and for some time in silence, at last, the caterpillar took the hookah out of his mouth and addressed her in a sleepy voice. "Who are you?" said the caterpillar. This was not an encouraging opening for a conversation. Alice replied rather shyly, "I hardly know you, sir. Just at present, at least, I know who I was when I got up this morning, but I think I must have changed several times since then. And that is the Gemini energy. Yeah. That's what they always say. No, they're just in opposition with themselves a lot. Now, who Alice meets, the caterpillar, he wants her to tell him who she is, what she is. Alice feels she cannot answer, as she is changing so much on her journey through Wonderland. She is unused to being so tall. It feels strange to be so small, but her indecision, sadness, and uncertainty are not met with sympathy. Instead, the caterpillar gives her the chance to change herself to the size that she feels is comfortable. He does not tell her how she should feel or what size she should be, but he does offer her the key to self-empowerment by subtly letting her know that she can choose her own size with the aid of the mushroom. It's rarely so easy. Empowering cannot be instantaneously given to you. You can't decide what you want to be and immediately be there. It is a journey. On the way, you will make errors of judgment, and it is only through the willingness to learn, experiment, try, fail, retry, and fail again, and you will come to understand what must be done to be who you wish to be. Advice on what we must do to be empowered is an offer, but if you accept is to be easy, quick, or something another person does for us, you will soon learn the process is trickier and more arduous. Ultimately, it is far more rewarding than you could ever have thought. So the deviation for this card is good advice from an unexpected quarter. If you try, practice, and are willing to make the mistakes along the way, you will become far more powerful and reach the place that you are longing to be. I love that. Great, great card for this moon cycle. One more card, and I will let you guys busy bee away. Do your other projects. All right. What's our animal spirit card for the collective for this new moon in Gemini? Is it going to be a butterfly, a dragonfly? What is it? What is it? It's in here. A cardinal. A cardinal. Reminds me of Mariko. Okay. The polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. So do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. Your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures. Yeah, we definitely got to balance this stuff out. Cardinal. Here it is. So when on the spiritual path, it's easy to idolize what being spiritual means. It can become a rigid mental imprint on which you judge everything that varies from your conceptualization of what being spiritual is supposed to be about. This includes not only other persons, practices, and beliefs, but your own. Falling short of this idolism leads to either assuming a righteous and arrogant position with others, or when self-imposed, elicits guilt and shame. So that was actually one of the aspects. This spiritual perfectionism can make you reluctant about enjoying the pleasures of the material world, as well as those of your physical body. The earth herself provides a dazzling and sensual panorama of experiences to be directly encountered through the physical senses. Yet for many, truly enjoying the pleasures of the senses of sight, sound, taste, touch, smell can be fraught with worry, anxiety, guilt, and shame. Products of early childhood, religious, or cultural conditioning, others become so entangled in the world of the senses that it becomes their God, and their spiritual core is lost to materiality. I'm so tired. To be polarized is one direction, or another takes you another of lofty heights, iridescent abstractions that are completely ungrounded, or else causes you to become caught up in the glue of the mundane world without the guiding light of spirit to provide a locus of authority. With the blessing of your awareness, you can redirect your thoughts and actions towards which brings greater balance and fluidity between the two polarities. So this is about courtship, singing, vitality, integration, balance, spirituality, harmony, self-expression, confidence, listening, intuition, creativity, colorfulness, and responsibility. So thank you for liking and sharing and commenting. And if you made it this far, please comment some fire emojis, because we need some fire with all this air. Whoop, 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 whoop. Stop it. Stop it. Anyways, peace out, you guys. Have a very curious, mercurial, Venusian new moon in Gemini, and clear the slate clean and allow the new relationships, the new people, the new projects, and the newness of this beautiful, busy, full of change new moon in Gemini. Peace out, your Lucid Living Coach, Karina.